Salam alaikum and welcome to the Mr. Mello podcast. I am his AI-generated assistant. You are about to watch a clip from our latest episode where experts are discussing the current state of education and proposing a new framework that would not only save you, the guardians, money, but also provide for students a methodology that will help them be more independent and prepared for the challenges of today. Please enjoy.
Traditional education costs have reached absurd levels. We're talking over 500,000 dirhams for some MBA programs. But what if the entire system is built on outdated assumptions about learning and success?
Those numbers are staggering when you break them down. I just saw a report about families taking second mortgages just to fund basic education.
Let me share some specifics that really highlight this crisis. In the UAE alone, private K-12 education can run anywhere from 15,000 to over 100,000 AED per year. And when you look at higher education, well, programs like INSEAD's Gemba Middle East come in at around 536,000 AED.
And what's really concerning is how this affects young professionals trying to start families while still paying off their own student loans.
Exactly right. We're seeing this perfect storm where young people in their 20s and 30s are caught in this cycle of debt, often working in jobs that don't even match their expensive degrees, and then facing these astronomical costs for their children's education.
So what alternatives are actually emerging to address this crisis?
Well, there's this fascinating approach called MST education that's completely reimagining how we think about learning. Instead of starting with abstract theory, it builds from three core components: mindset, skill set, and tool set. The whole program costs between 13,000 to 20,000 AED per year. That's less than half of what many traditional schools charge.
That's quite a difference in cost, but how does it actually ensure quality education?
Here's where it gets interesting. They've structured it in clear phases. Students start with mindset seminars focusing on critical thinking, move into skill sprints where they're building real things, and then work in project studios tackling actual business challenges. They're learning by doing, not just memorizing.
You know what really strikes me about this approach? It seems to address the massive disconnect we see between traditional education and actual workplace needs.
Exactly. Instead of abstract theory, students become fluent in tools that modern businesses actually use. Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, Notion, Figma, GitHub, and even contemporary AI systems. Plus, they get about 60 hours per year of personalized mentorship from industry professionals.
But let's talk about outcomes. How do they measure success compared to traditional education?
That's one of the most innovative aspects. Instead of standardized tests, they look at practical metrics: how many portfolio projects students complete, how quickly graduates can pay back their tuition, and the income uplift they see within 6 months. They even track employer satisfaction scores for project-based deliverables.
That's quite different from the traditional get degree, hope for job approach.
And here's what's really compelling. They can implement this entire system in just 90 days. First month is setup and assessment. Second month kicks off the learning sprints and live projects. And by month 3, they're already doing portfolio reviews and external showcases.
The speed of implementation is impressive, but what about the risks? Traditional education has centuries of refinement behind it.
They've actually thought this through carefully. They've identified key risks like tutor quality variance and platform fatigue, and they've put specific mitigation strategies in place: regular training, detailed rubrics, streamlined technology stacks, and constant external validation through employer feedback.
You know, when you look at the bigger picture, this could be transformative for education access globally.
That's really the key point here. We're at this crucial moment where the traditional model is becoming unsustainable, both financially and practically. The average family simply can't keep up with these escalating costs, especially when the outcomes are so uncertain.
And it seems like this MST approach might actually better prepare students for the real world we live in now.
The current education system is reaching a breaking point, and approaches that can deliver better outcomes at lower costs are going to become increasingly attractive to families and employers alike.
Well, this has certainly given me a new perspective on the future of education.
And that's really what it comes down to, finding new ways to prepare people for success without burdening them with crushing debt. The traditional model served its purpose, but maybe it's time for education to evolve along with everything else in our rapidly changing world.
If you would like to know more about Mr. Mello and interested in acquiring his media consulting services, please visit the website. Join us in creating remarkable and memorable media content.